Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning all. My name is Intan Nurfadillah, NIM 180531008. I am student of Economic Education in Padang State University. Okay, in this video, I would like to explain about demand for money based on the 3 videos on already. So, let's start.
Okay, first video, the demand for money. Demand for money, desire to hold cash deposits and liquid assets or wealth in the form of money. The decision to hold money rather than other types of assets is a matter of liquidity, which is the degree to which an asset can be readily converted to spendable cash without a significant loss in value. If an individual holds the majority of their investments in non-liquid assets, they must first sell the asset in order to purchase other items they want. The greater the value of transactions a person makes, the more wealth that person needs to hold in the form of money. Modern economy, many consumers choose to hold very little money and instead use credit and debit cards to purchase goods and services. Reactionary demand for money. The desire to hold money in order to pay for emergency expense. Vouchers because money is the most liquid asset in the economy because money is a liquid asset. People can use it to pay for emergency expenses without incurring additional loss in value if people start out of their wealth and stock real estate or jewelry. They would first have to sell these assets to obtain money before they can make other purchases. Thus, individuals choose to hold some of their wealth in the form of money in case unexpected expense arise. If individuals do not diversify their wealth holdings, it may result in a significant financial loss. The speculative demand for money is the desire to hold money to be able to purchase financial assets at the appropriate time or to hedge certain current financial risks. When interest rates are high, this encourages more bond holdings because of an increased amount of interest that can be earned when individuals choose to hold their wealth in the form of money. There is an increased opportunity cost effect. They must forego earning a rate of return. As interest rate rise, individuals will choose to hold less money, and as the interest rate falls, individuals will choose to hold more money. Okay, next, the second video. There are three approaches to demand for money. First, classical approach. The main aspects of the classical approach are as follows. First, money is demanded as a means of payment. Second, the amount of money demands depends on the volume of transaction and price level. Third, the change in the velocity of circulation of money change the quantity of money demand. The classical approach can be explained in terms of Fisher equation of exchange, which has been stated below. M P equals PT, where M money supply, P transaction velocity of money, P. Price level. T. Transaction. T. Demand for money. V. Supply of money. Second, neoclassical approach. According to this approach, people wish to hold onto a certain proportion or key of national output in the form of money. There exists a proportional relationship between the demand for money, or MD, and the money value of national output. The demand for money can be expressed as follows: MD equals Y, where 0 less than K and less than 1. MD, demand for money. T, constant proportion of Y. Y, money value of national output. Third, Keynesian approach. Keynesian approach to determine the demand for money is based on money to important function, medium of exchange rate, and store of value. Keynes lays the following three motives for holding money. The first, transaction motive. The motive refers to the demand for money by the public for making and engaging in transactions of all kinds. The amount of money held for the transaction motive depends on the following factors: level of income, time interval, price level, volume of employment. The transaction motive is further classified as follows. Income motive. It refers to the transaction demand for money by earners of wage and salary to carry out transactions of all kinds such as rent payment and electricity bill payments. Money held for this purpose declines over the income interval period, the income at the end of the period being zero. An example, an employee receives a salary of 20,000 every month. His monthly expenses include rent, food, movies, books, and stationery. In the first month, he deposits 20,000 in the bank. This money is withdrawn for various purposes and the account runs down to zero over the course of the month. Business motive. It refers to the demand for money by business firms to carry out their day-to-day transactions such as payment of electricity bills, rent, raw material, and wage. The money held by the firm declines over a period of time. An example, Uber has raised 11.5 billion in capital up to 2016. It is the raising funds for global expansion to prepare itself for the rising number of regulatory battles and for its aggressive price cutting and marketing promotion. Second, precautionary. The motive refers to the desire of people to hold on the cash balance and for convenience, such as sickness and accident. Similarly, businessmen keep cash in reserve to survive unfavorable conditions or to just from unexpected bills. The transaction and precautionary motive of holding money are primarily influenced by the level of income. Third, speculative motive. Speculative simply means guessing the change in value of an asset to make profits. It relates to the desire to hold on to one's research in liquid form to take advantage of future change in the interest rate or bond price. It is also called asset demand for money and is related to the store of value function of money. It is income elastic. At a higher rate of interest, less money is held for this motive and vice versa. And the last, third video, the quantity theory of money. To understand the quantity theory of money already, our dollar bill, well, that's money which we present with the letter M. How many times the dollar gets used in a year is called the velocity of money, which we will label with a V in this case. V is 3 as our bill was spent 3 times in a year. The pulsa, pony ride, and coffee and are real goods and service, which will call Y and the price of those goods and services. We will call P this or a variable in the quantity theory of money. This form an economy as a whole. M would be the money supply or all the money in the economy. P would be how many times a dollar is spent purchasing finished goods and services. Some people hoard cash under their matters so their dollars have a low velocity, while others spend or invest their money quickly and their dollars have a high velocity, v the number of times the average dollars is spent. P would the price level of all finished goods and services in an economy. Y would be all the finished goods and services sold in an economy. So Y is real GDP, and when you multiply it by a measure of the price level, you get nominal GDP. In the picture, same thing over here. You take all our money and multiply it by how many times average dollars was spent or fee and you get nominal GDP as well. Both sides represent nominal GDP in a different way. So these are equal by definition, which is why we call this equation an identity. One way to think about it is that how much money we have in total time, how many times the money is spent covers the action of buyers, the stuff we sell, time. The price we charge covers the action of sellers. In the picture, the core identity that M times P must equal P times Y give us a lot of insight and a way of organizing our talk about important macroeconomic issues. So, wealth returns to this tool often. For example, What can this identity equation tell us about the cause of inflation? That's the topic we'll turn the next.
Okay, I think that's all that I can say. Thank you and sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.